This is the final lesson on depreciation and the asset registers. We've calculated the depreciation, and also we have worked on the accounting records for the disposal of a non-current asset. The next step is to have a look at this asset register, where a lot of the information that we have so far recorded in lesson 1 and 2 is also recorded. So what is an asset register? The asset register keeps a record of each item of property, plant or equipment, or each item of our non-current assets or our long-term assets. So it keeps a record of those assets which are owned by the business. Some of the information which is included in the asset register is its cost, its location. There's also some identification of that asset. There's also information about depreciation, and there's a lot of other information which we'll look at later on. Let's have a look at this asset register. This is a very important document in the accounting records of a business. This asset register is for Dubbo Seed Cleaning Limited, and it's to register motor vehicles. There's a lot of information there that you can see towards the top, like the asset name, the asset number, date purchased, and so on. You'll see there that the depreciation method is straight line and was sold 31st of March 2015. A lot of the information below you've already seen, but this is also recorded, or the information is also recorded on the asset register. So I won't go through all this detail because you would have seen it in previous lessons. You see the date we purchased again, 1st July 2013, asset cost 50,000, carrying amount 50,000. Remember, carrying amount is asset cost less accumulated depreciation. You'll see in the comments column there's some information about those transactions which occur in those years. You'll see right down the bottom how the loss on disposal was calculated. I'd like you to have a good look at this before you go any further and make sure that you really understand how this all works. There's more information about the asset register in your textbook, so if you'd like to read more about it, then go to chapter 14, remember, of your textbook. Let's have a look at the exercises that you need to complete for lesson 3. First thing you need to do is to complete self-test exercises 7 and 9. Now you now must start working hard on your review questions 1 to 16. Seems a lot, but some of those questions are very short, so it shouldn't take you as long as it first appears. Also, I'd like you to complete now review questions 22 and 25, which are on page 54 onwards. I've got a review question there, number 26. So, if you feel as though you need some more practice in this area, could you please complete it? Well, please again go to the discussion board if you've got any comments on lesson number 3. Let's go through again how you're going to get answers to your questions. Now, it's very important that you do check your answers against the answers in your textbook or online. I think you all know that your answers to the self-test exercise at the end of chapter 14 and also the review questions, which are even, are also available at learnnow.biz. Remember the password? There it is, 4922. Now I'm going to make available the answer to every odd question after you have discussed and shared your answers to them on the discussion board. Now I'm going to give you about a week or so to try and complete those, and once I feel as though you are ready to check your answers to them, then I'll release them in the assessment section of Connect. Just a further reminder about discussion boards. Don't forget, that's the place that you go to if you've got any questions. It's also the place where I'd like you to discuss your answers to the odd questions. Now, you may also like to discuss the answers to the even questions. Now, when you go to the discussion board, it's very important that you do explain how you worked out the answers. Anyone who doesn't agree to the explanation, I'd like to share your reasons as to why you may disagree. We may even confirm that the answers on the discussion board are correct. I'll be going on the discussion boards to read your answers, and I will be making comments. Once you've completed all the different lessons, it's now possible for you to go on to the assessment. Now, some of you may have already downloaded the assessment, so that's okay, and you may have already even started on it. Don't forget that the assessment is in the assessment section of Connect. Now, before you do go on to the assessment, it's very important that you watch the short video, because that will give you some more information about how to approach your assessment. Again, if you've got any questions on your assessment, please go to the discussion board or email me.